Today we're talking about what it's really like living in Boise, Idaho, vlog tour style. So we're gonna make sure to give you guys the insights of everything you need to know about living in Boise and if it could be the potential next spot for you to call home. So guys, before we even dive into the video real quick, what I wanna offer you guys, if it would be something you guys would like, is going to be a full-blown relocation guide for everything you need to know about moving to Boise, from neighborhoods to restaurants. All the things that you could possibly think about is gonna be in this guide. So that'll be in the video description. Pause the video, make sure you get the copy if you would like that. But now what we're going to be talking about, guys, is Boise in general. Now, when we're talking about Boise, a lot of people kind of anticipate it's not going to have much, right? They think Idaho, they think it's small, they think there's not a lot going on. But truth be told, guys, Boise honestly offers so much. Now, it is still a small city, right? So you're not going to have the traffic of LA or the traffic of San Diego or, you know, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, or Atlanta. It's just not going to be that type of city. But what you are going to have is going to be tons of parks, tons of great areas to go camp, tons of water. Like, I mean, right now we're at a park here in one of the neighboring areas. This is actually one of the more popular parks here. And it's just absolutely stunning. You have all the people, and mind you, it is Memorial Day. It is Monday, Memorial Day, to be specific, just for time frame reference. But I mean, you have people walking around here. You have people playing at the park back here. You have people walking their dogs. You have people enjoying the water. And it's just so beautiful. It's just so serene. And it's really known for people that are just people that want to go out, have a good time, walk, bike ride, snowboard, because we do have 4-season weather. I mean, anything you could possibly think of, that's really what Boise has to offer on the peace and quiet side of things. It's not necessarily like a city that people move to for the hustle and bustle. It's just not that. But what it is going to offer you is just a great place to raise a family or to just enjoy some time away from everything, all the BS, and just really so just to kind of break that down a little bit, when I'm talking about the peace side of things away from the hustle culture, I mean, you have some of the friendliest people that are going to say hi to you or let you pet their dogs or just say, excuse me, right? Things that we go to other places and sometimes people are rude or it's just not necessarily a great time. No problem. Just to add into that, I literally just stopped for someone walking by me. They said, thank you. Guys, it doesn't like, I couldn't have timed that perfectly. I promise this was not scripted. But in all reality, it's just so cool as far as like how many people you can get along with or just, you know, go about your day and not have to worry about anything. Now, me personally, I grew up in a rougher area, kind of like one of those areas where it's like, you can't necessarily go somewhere and not have to look over your back or anything of that nature. So it's pretty different. But for the most part, when we're in an area where you can just roam around, not have to worry about anything, not worry about if you locked your door or not, because someone's probably going to lock it for you. I mean, some of the most surreal things. It's one of the most surreal feelings when you move here and you don't necessarily have to worry about a lot. And that's one of the things that a lot of people I talk to who have moved here or relocated here have always talked about, is that they can't believe how safe it is, how they don't necessarily have to worry about locking their doors or making sure that their car is in a good area or anything like that. You just don't have to worry about that as much. Because I mean, honestly, let me turn this camera. I just want to share this with you guys. But you have people just walking around, older couples, younger couples, people with families, people with kids out there vaping and having a good time. Me personally, I'm not a vapor. I'm not in high school anymore. But if you vape, I got nothing against you, I promise. But anyways, really getting back to it, it's just a very active lifestyle out here. And someone just caught a fish and now he's enjoying that and now he's going to release it. It's just so cool how much stuff there is to do and how much you can enjoy just living here. All right, so who's moving here? Well, let's just be honest. We have quite a bit of people moving here from different areas, right? We have people from Texas moving here. Oregon is a lot of people from Oregon and Washington are moving here because of politics or maybe cost of living. California people are moving here. There's a lot of people that are moving this way, just specifically more so because they're looking for an area that gets them away from the bad, right? Like Washington, for example, extremely expensive. You have needles all over the ground. You got a huge homeless population, which is super unfortunate that it's gotten as bad as it has, but they just want to get away with that. They want to get away with that. They want to get away from that. And they just want to get somewhere where it's just more peaceful, a lot cleaner. You don't have to necessarily worry about, you know, stepping on a needle or anything crazy of that nature. And I may be being over exaggerated with that being said, but for the most part, a lot of people are just moving here just because they want to get away from that. Now, for the people from Oregon, they're moving this way just because they are also trying to get away from some of the maybe politics side of things, or just so many different reasons why people are moving this way. California could be cost of living in addition to politics, in addition to all the mayhem that they got going on. But for the most part, people just want to move here because they love it here. They've found that it's just a lot more peaceful. It's a lot cheaper to live here. Now, I will say it has gotten more expensive as more and more people are relocating this way. Matter of fact, to add into that, Boise is actually the #1 fastest growing luxury market in the entire country, which is a study that they did by Realtor.com. So, and just so you guys know, I don't know if I mentioned this just yet. Actually, now that I think of it, I haven't mentioned that just yet, but I am a licensed real estate agent here in the local area. So whether you're looking at moving to Boise, Meridian, Eagle, Mountain Home, wherever you're looking to move, you guys can contact me. I'd be more than happy to help you guys, as much as I love making these videos for you guys. So you'll see my cell phone number as well as my email pop up on the screen here, and you can just call me, text me, or email me. Now with that, with the luxury market growing as fast as it has been, it is becoming a staple for people that are looking for high-end living. However, I will say it's not necessarily just high-end living. You still have the gorgeous, charming homes that are on the older side, and then you also have a ton of new construction being built, and then you do have the luxury side of things being built as well. So you have homes with, city views that are absolutely gorgeous. You have homes with pools. You have homes with, acreage, and you have just so many different styles of home. Now, some people may not prefer to live in Boise. They may prefer to live in Meridian or, Star or one of the surrounding areas, but for the most part, you guys are going to have a ton of choices. Even in the Boise area alone, is just cost of living wise, or cost of housing is getting more expensive as more people relocate this way. I believe we're sitting at an average as of today of somewhere between $600,000 to $625,000. So that's going to be the average cost of housing right now. But the good news for you guys is it is a buyer's market currently. We are seeing that you are able to negotiate things like seller's concessions. You're able to negotiate, having all the things repaired on an inspection list, or if you're looking for, new construction, tons of great promotions being done from CBH Homes or Hubble Homes or Boise Hunter Homes. Everyone is competing to earn your business, right? And the nice thing is, as long as you don't go directly to the new construction agent, guys, a lot of people make this mistake, so don't be one of them. Reach out to myself, or if you already have an agent, then reach out to them. But guys, you just want to make sure an agent is representing you, not the person working directly for the builder, because they can negotiate better on your behalf. Now, as far as some of the most popular areas that people are moving to, some of the most popular areas right now is going to be Southeast Boise, just because it's a lot more affordable there. The price of homes and neighborhoods, really beautiful, but it's just on the lower end, to where you don't necessarily have to worry about spending, $700,000. You can get a home for $400,000, $500,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. They also have a master plan community that they built, which is called Dry Creek Ranch. We actually have a client which reached out to us through our YouTube channel, currently looking in that neighborhood. Hopefully they're going to be flying out here soon. We're going to be potentially looking at a home in the area that they really love, and hopefully they get it. But the reason why they love that community is because you have 3 different options. You have some great homes with land. You have some great homes that are just on the creek side, which is really peaceful and quiet. And then you also have some homes with the view. So, as far as home choices, you have a ton of different options there. They also have a stable for your horses, so you can keep your horses there if you're someone that likes to ride horses or are into that side of the world. And then you also have a garden for the entire neighborhood community that you can participate in. They'll bring you fresh vegetables and fruits and all that nice stuff, which is super cool. And I believe right now, I don't think they're wrapped up just yet, but they're still working on building a charter school. So they'll have a private school for the neighborhood there as well, which is also going to be super cool. So you just have tons of choices with that neighborhood, and that's why they're drawn to it. It may be something for you guys. If you're curious, like I said, comment below, or just reach out to me, call me, text me, email me if you would like more information on those neighborhoods. But for the most part, you just have a ton of different choices. Now, I know I brought up some schooling and neighborhoods just to kind of get away from that conversation. Let's talk about some of the schooling that you can expect out here. You have the Boise School District. You're going to be a part of the Boise School District. Now, the Boise School District itself is going to be one of the highest rated schools year after year after year, just because that's going to be the most populated. You're going to have some of the most, diversity and people coming from different backgrounds, and so many different chances and opportunities to where you're going to get exposed to a lot, right? You're going to have a lot of exposure. You're going to have just probably the best overall selection when it comes to schooling and where you go and all that stuff, because it also has the most schools within the district. So with that being said, you do have, you know, with it being a popular city, the biggest city, mind you, Boise does have a population of over 200,000 people. You do have the option of going public schools. You do have the option of going charter and private. You do have the option of homeschooling, of course, if you're into that. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of people just really are pretty happy with even the public school side of things. Now, some people do prefer public, or excuse me, I should say, they do prefer the private or charter schools. And depending on your quotas and box as far as what that looks like for different schools, you'll be pretty happy to have different choices. One of the most popular private schools is probably going to be Riverstone International. That one is super highly regarded as one of the top private and charter schools. So that'll be a great choice for you guys to look into. But as I said, you do have options. You do have tons of choices. Even if it's not Boise specifically, as I mentioned earlier, you do have the surrounding cities as well, to include Eagle, Meridian, all those fun spots. So enough about schooling. Let's talk about the fun stuff. What is there to do? What are the fun things to do? Well, I mean, guys, you have, for those of you that are outdoor enthusiasts, let's start there. You have one of the best areas to go hike, which is going to be Camelback Park or even Table Rock. Table Rock's a great area. For those of you that like to go take your boat out and enjoy the water, I would definitely recommend checking out the Lucky Peak area. That is absolutely stunning. There is a ton of water for you to go shred. You can go water tubing, you can go jet skiing, you can have a great time out there. Now, for those of you that are like, hey, I just want to go for a nice little walk and have a river, the Boise River, the Boise Greenbelt, absolutely stunning. It's actually a 20+ mile trail that you can take, or you just have a ton of parks, just like this one right here. You can just go enjoy the park, take a walk. I mean, different parks have different amenities. Now, the most popular park is probably going to be Ann Morrison Park in Boise. Outside of that, you also have Camelback Park, as I discussed, or you also have other options. Now, it's really up to you to decide where you would like to go, but for the most part, people typically choose to go with the more popular parks. All right, guys, now something else you're going to be able to do is go enjoy Boise's Farmers Market. Now, Boise's Farmers Market, they typically do those every Saturday. It's going to be a great time for you. They have all the local people that craft or farm, or, you know, anything that they have personal talents or skills or grow, they will be bringing those to the farmers market, and those are usually going to be super exciting. Tons of great stuff going on, usually relatively busy, especially as it starts to warm up a little more. Right now we're kind of getting into that more consistent summertime weather where we're starting to see 80-degree weather. It's starting to get a little nicer. So man, absolutely great time, especially for, you know, families and kiddos and all that to go explore. They got all the honey and the bracelets and the jewelry and the fresh grown crops and all that good stuff, so you can enjoy that. All right, another great thing you're going to have is food options. Now, food options are somewhat limited. You don't have necessarily like a ton of authentic, diverse food, so you're going to have selections. But I will say Boise's food scene is growing, and I only know this because we've been posting so much about it on our TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you guys go check it out. It's going to be Idaho Realtor Nas on TikTok. And I mean, guys, they have some great restaurants. My personal favorite is probably going to be Chandler's Steakhouse. Now, that one is going to be more on the high end. That's more so for anniversaries or birthdays is when we typically go, just because I don't want to go there every single day. That way it'll take away that enjoyment when I do go. But outside of that, they also have Barbacoa, another beautiful, great, I mean, gorgeous area. First off, restaurant wise, they put it in a perfect place. They have a great view of the water, and their steaks are amazing. They have great food in general all around. Then you also have options like, if you're into sushi, Yoitomo is hands down the best sushi spot. You can argue with your mother, I don't care. That is where I like to go. I go every single time. I get the unlimited sushi every single time. I eat 6 rolls every single time, and I absolutely regret it every single time, but I love it. It is so damn good. They have deep fried sushi, your non-fried sushi, all the works, and so much more, but I won't dive too much into it. Then you have so many burger spots. I mean, you have Boise Fried Co. You have In-N-Out, which just moved to Boise not too long ago. And you have so many different options. So with that being said, I'll leave you guys to kind of explore, and then I'll add one more. If you're into coffee, they have Dutch Bros, they have the Human Bean, and then they also have, in the heart of downtown, the Flying M coffee spot. Absolutely delicious. That's probably one of the more popular areas for people to go. And you have your Starbucks, which, I mean, if you go to Starbucks here, you know, it's all right, but it's good to try the different stuff, the different things that are out there. So with that being said, tons of things to do as well. All right, now let's talk about part 5, which is going to be the jobs and also the cost of living here. So I know I'm going to touch base on real estate and all that, but we'll go a little deeper into that. Now let's talk about jobs. So when it comes to jobs, you're going to have multiple options as far as different tech fields. For the most part, tech field wise, the biggest one here is going to be Micron, and then you also do have HP as well. Those are probably the bigger side of technology. Now you do have a meta warehouse that's opening up in one of the surrounding cities, which is in Nampa, but I mean, outside of that, tons of opportunity there. Remote work is pretty big here. A lot of people that I talk to, they do remote work. They don't necessarily go into an office, so that is one of the beauties of working here in Boise. A lot of people actually move here because they don't have to go into the office or anything. Now, in addition to that, you also have St. Luke's, which is one of the biggest hospital branches out here. They are doing a ton of great stuff as far as just continuing to move the needle with health and just progressing forward. You do have different hospital options. I mean, me personally, I go to the VA hospital, which is actually, for those of you that are military, if you didn't know this, the Boise VA is rated the #1 VA hospital in the entire country, which is a huge bonus. But you also do have St. Alphonsus. I think I butcher that every single time. Judge me if you want to, but I get so nervous when I say things because I know you guys judge me so hard. Anyways, since you guys are cyber bullies, I'm just joking. Regardless, they have tons of hospital options there. And then of course you do have state work from police officers. Ton of police officers actually moving here, tons of firemen moving here as well. And then of course the folks that are getting stationed out there in Mountain Home also move this way and decide to live in Boise rather than Mountain Home. So I mean, as far as jobs go, there's a lot of opportunities. So that is going to be the biggest thing that they need out here as far as job wise is technology, the technology field, the hospital side of things, as far as, you know, health services and service care. And then in addition to that, of course, you have your manufacturing goods, you have young entrepreneurs or new businesses and franchises opening up in the area as it continues to grow and develop. For example, In-N-Out just came here. Shields just opened up not too far from here. You have Facebook, or AKA Meta now, growing here. You have just so many different opportunities headed this way. So tons of reasons why people are moving here and tons of people finding jobs out here as well. Now, what does cost of living look like here? Well, as I mentioned, guys, as far as median price point right now, we're looking at $600,000 to $625,000 as far as the real estate side of things go. And then as far as gas or groceries, I mean, or even utilities, you're going to have some of the cheapest utilities here in the Northwest. And that's going to be from gas, water, electricity, all those. I mean, for me personally, we currently have a 3,500 square foot home with 5 bedrooms and all that. And I think we probably don't spend more than $200 to maybe $300. I haven't even spent that much, to be quite frank with you guys, as far as utilities go. So that's going to be a huge bonus. And in addition to that, you have some of the lowest taxes as far as state income tax and property taxes as well. So a nice thing that they do with the housing market or with housing is if you are looking to purchase a home and you are purchasing one and it's, let's just say it's worth $625,000, they give you a homeowner exemption, which will actually allow you to not pay taxes on $125,000 of the assessed property value. So instead of paying for $625,000 worth of taxes, they'll actually lower it to where you only have to pay $500,000 of the assessed value, as long as you live there in your primary residence. So it helps a ton as far as giving you a tax break. But with that being said, there's just so many different things in addition to that they help you with cost of living wise. So like gas, for example, is definitely under $4. I don't actually pay for gas. I have a Tesla, but for when I go fill my girlfriend's car, we're probably spending like $320, $330, somewhere around there right now. So super affordable as far as that goes. And then grocery wise, for 2 people, you're probably looking at, depending on if you go to the all organic or if you go to Walmart and are pretty happy with that, then you're going to see a variance on that goes. But for groceries, for us personally, as someone that eats a ton of meat and steaks and all that, we probably spend about $150 a week for groceries. And we eat a lot, just to put that out there. So I know everybody's grocery list looks different. So just to put it out there, we eat too much steaks, too much chicken, all that good stuff. My poor girlfriend, she has to deal with me and wanted to be a aspiring bodybuilder, although I don't actually want to take it serious. I just like to eat good. So all in all, guys, that's pretty much the breakdown of everything Boise. If you feel like I left something out or would like to ask me more specific questions, the best thing I would recommend is going to be just reaching out so we can hop on a 30-minute Zoom call or 15-minute Zoom call just to kind of break down what your situation looks like and how I could help. And once again, guys, I know I said it in the video earlier, but I want to reiterate, I am a licensed real estate agent here in the Boise and surrounding areas. So if you would like any assistance or are thinking about moving here, call me, text me, or email me, pause the video, let me know how I can help. And do me a huge favor, if you didn't already, press the subscribe button at at the bottom of the screen. And if you press the bell at the top of the screen, it'll notify you when we make more amazing videos just like this. So as always, guys, love you guys. Thanks for joining. See you on the next one.